Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let's tap in, tune in, clear the energy so that we may pluck messages that serve our highest and greatest good. Yes. Beautiful. Gorgeous, even. Okay, let's get a card for the day. What are we looking into today? Lots of energies going around. Now is the time for diligence in the cleansing, the mindful curation of your spaces on all the dimensions. Because we are multi-dimensional beings having a three-dimensional experience. I guess we're having all the experiences. Oh, hospitality. What are you entertaining? This makes me think of spirit, right? The thoughts in your head, the potentials. We've got acorns here too. Wisdom and potential in your brain. What do you occupy? What occupies your mind? Hospitality. Okay. Should we see what the book says about that? A 34. A comfortable, bright environment sets the stage for deep, meaningful exchange. Ooh. If your house or apartment is a place where people feel comfortable, do you like having guests and welcome them in a friendly manner? Or would you rather not let anyone into your home? The angels are longing for a benign place that allows them to foster inspiring thoughts and healing conversations among people. There are many paths to healing. Many a heart-to-heart conversation conducted in a luminous environment has changed a person's life. Invite people you care about and who you feel might benefit from an inspiring chat. It may turn out different than you think. So, yes, there you go. It is time to mindfully curate your environment, your space, energetic and otherwise, on all the dimensions. It's making me think of yesterday's reading, or the other day, last reading, about your body, your heart is your temple, and you make it cozy. You make it a space that you want to go to be in, a safe space that is yours, your sanctuary space that you tend, right? But also, it's space. When you have too many thoughts in your brain, it's hard to hear the subtle communications from your higher self, from your intuition. And so by clearing and decluttering that space, you and making it welcome, making it bright, luminous, right? This is light, this is frequency, this is high vibrational light illumination, right? Then you can receive guests. For your greatest and highest good. There's no creepy, inky, low vibrational squatters in any corner, right? Okay, what is this? Okay. Okay. So, what is that one? That one is the blueprint. Wow. Your blueprint, rebirth, and is that contact connected? Heart and higher self. Beautiful. So, the blueprint, this was your soul plan written, your blueprint designed by your soul, by your higher self, for this life. Why you lived all you've lived until now, and what you are meant to be from now on. This is your divine blueprint. This is the path of your greatest and highest. This is what you are being rebirthed into. This is about rebirth, a stepping in, an acclamation, a newness. Okay. And connected. This connection with your heart and your higher self. This is the environment that you host. That you host divinity. I want to say hosting divinity. Yes. We also have this one owl here. Looks like it's having a conversation with this little person. This could represent inner child, fairies, like the fae, the elementals, right? These owls could represent your higher selves, spirit team, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, your heart, your higher self, and your third eye, all of the things. But look at those acorns, all those potentials, those possibilities, the gifts, the messengers, and the messages from your messengers. And these two sparkles are really standing out here. I want to say they're representing the masculine and feminine unity within, and that balance, right? This knowing when to be and when to do. Also, we've got the leaf and the acorn earring here. And so this allowing flow state and faith that all the information that the oak tree needs to become what it's meant to be is contained within the acorn, right? Okay. Okay. So your blueprint is to have a clear connection with your higher self. This is who you are being rebirthed into, someone who discerns, someone who recognizes the difference between thoughts and communication. When you are open to receive, or being open to receive, this is that spiritual tending, right? It is the equivalent of dusting and cleansing and clearing and beautifying your mind space to host all the high vibrational beings that you invite over for tea, right? Okay. Let's get a rune to come out. Perthrow. Beautiful. This is about, well, it's a good omen, first of all. It is fate, so blueprint, right? The unknown, because your memory was wiped. And so part of your blueprint was a remembering of yourself. And it requires facing, stepping, confronting, adventuring, pioneering into the unknown. Initiation. Initiation makes me think of, I guess like a testing ground, also like an anchoring in. I'm going to Google it for the particulars. And then the occult, which is another word I'm going to Google, but I think it's just everything in the unknown realms, right? In the spiritual, the magical, the intuitive spaces, which is exactly what we're talking about here. So that's perfectly Perthrow. And then, of course, we've got the snake. And the snake has a third eye. So this is trusting in your intuition, what you are seeing through your third eye. It also has two heads, which I'm feeling is the dichotomies, the light and the shadow, the masculine and the feminine. And it's holding a key. The key to your future, to who you are becoming. You hold it within your transformation. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands coming out. This is a spark of inspiration, right? The spark that lights the powder keg, the match that you strike that brings illumination to dark places, the fire that starts underneath you, that gets you moving and going, your passion center igniting, and the fire within, right? This is newness. This is passion. I feel like with this rebirth, this is your new way of moving in this world, in connection and fueled by your internal heart flame, right? The passion that moves you, the passion that you move towards. Okay, that is part of your strength. That is your strength, your ability to create an inviting, luminous space for connection, to receive, to perceive, and to inspire. Because as within, so without, it's not just about being open to transmissions from your higher self, but also in your life, being open to receive those that you can help in some way by being an ear to listen, a shoulder to cry on, an example of joy, whatever the case may be. Okay, so we've got a tower coming out, okay? And you are strong enough to endure all towers. Part of your process up until this rebirth was strength building, fortifying. Yes, fortifying. And endurance testing. You know you can survive towers. You know you can survive upheavals. You know you can survive the unexpected. And so it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't destabilize you. You found a way to ride the wave instead of being bowled over by it. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, yes. Wow. So this is a time for your boundary game to be strong and sturdy, internally and externally, against any doubts, fears, adversaries, people, places, and things that want to interfere or get in the way of your wishes coming true. Okay? And you've got the sun backing your wishes. I feel like you've done this. You've successfully created the boundaries so that you can receive your wishes. Okay? This takes dedication. Big time dedication, right? Even when you feel as fortified as possible, even when you've created the boundaries externally, you still have your own internal spaces that can move against you. The doubt, right? Doubt is such a sneaky little slippery eel that can wiggle its way in there and cause weakness in your energetic field. And part of this self-maintenance, part of your blueprint is to become impenetrable to all and anything that is not aligned with your greatest and highest timeline. That's your power. That's your strength. That could even be your tower, where you tear down all defenses, all doubts and fears, all limiting beliefs, all other people's expectations and projections. You tear them all down. And you're like, no, this is not for me. Goodbye. And then you're just going to go turn around and build something, build an empire on top of it. Okay. What about this tower? Oh, wow. This is kind of beautiful. This is you've reached the top. You've got there. You figured it out. You've achieved what you set out to. But what's really standing out to me is this tower mirroring here. I feel like this tower is the old you, the old way of being and existing. You've completed it. You have fortified yourself. The lion is also very courageous. It takes courage to do this, right? It takes courage to break down the old, to tear down the old, especially when you don't know what you are building. Okay, but this one wants to come back out because you are meant to receive your wishes. You are meant to achieve. Period. Beautiful. This is also, opportunities, right? This is a pentacle. So something in the real world, something tangible coming to you. That is a wish come true, right? Could be your ideal job, friendship, homeship, loveship, positionship, peaceship, right? Peaceful nervous system. Is that what your wish looks like? Because it's beautiful, okay? This is harmony, celebration. This is love. This is balance. This is union. This is joy, abundance, prosperity, and gorgeousness. Okay, look at that card. Yes, this is the wish you are receiving. Okay. Yes, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love it. Okay, let's get animal oracle. Oh, that's funny. Because this dress is double-sided. It's got a butterfly on one side and a hummingbird on the other side. And I was like, butterfly, hummingbird. And then I just put it on and see whatever side landed. And then when I noticed it was the butterfly, I was like, I wonder if the hummingbird's going to show up today. And it is, okay, joy. The hummingbird for me represents the joy. So that's beautiful. Okay, hummingbird, what do you got for us? What are you gonna tell us with your wisdom? Do 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 do. Where are you, hummingbird? Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to those sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. Okay? This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet and every moment worth savoring. Boom. When in balance, smart, curious, loves to learn. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. And to bring into balance, take a class. That's fun. Learn something. That's funny. Okay. I also wanted to consult the Fae. See if they got anything to say. Seems how I think that's a little fairy in the corner of this image here. Okay. Who's all this? We've got someone of the waters. Hard to see. And the Om, the poet. Taom, the poet. Tome, the poet. Okay, 2937. When Taom turns up in a reading, his presence suggests that youthful spirits and energy are abound. Perfect. See what I mean? This is the time to do exciting things and tackle projects you've been wanting to do, but for which you perhaps felt you didn't have the time or energy. It may even be time to write about them, but you possibly need to do them first. Ta'om often shows up in readings for people who have a talent and inclination for writing, poetry, adventure, fantasy, or anything else. Possibly the only thing he ever gets very serious about is his writing, and he will spend all the time he needs searching for just the right words. Speaking and writing with conviction and sincerity and the ability to persuade others are indicated by Ta'om's presence, along with an outpouring of ideas. You may also find yourself thinking about a romance and deciding that you want more of it in your life. This doesn't necessarily mean looking for someone new. It might well involve putting some romantic fizz into a relationship that has become overly routine. Okay. And what are its keywords? Clear sight. There we go. We were speaking of that. Poetry, erotic energy, laughter, not getting into serious mischief. Okay. And then we've got Tabera of the waters, emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. Yeah, this is a rebirth after all, an initiation, right? Water is mutable, changeable, fluid, and Tiberia speaks to us of a particular kind of change, change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us toward the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. Tiberia reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our life may be. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, so setting up your space to receive your guests, right? On all of the dimensions as we started in the intro, right? Multi-dimensional beings of love. Okay, where are we at? We're making good time today. The message is clear. Get ready to step in this new version of self. One deeply connected through maintenance, self-maintenance, clarity, and consistent choosing of love. And joy and playful creativity. Think you can handle that? No more trauma and drama for you. Just creativity and joy, exploration, and, wishes coming true and all that. Get ready, because here it comes. Okay. We'll see if the crystals don't want to shuffle. Any crystals want to come out? Okay, crystals. Any day now. Okay. Too many. That one. We'll Take it. Ooh. Feel this one. Look, I see a some sort of jet about to take off. I also bit of butterfly-ish. What else we got? Eyes. All kinds of weirdness in there. Okay. But beautiful heart colors. I'm getting heart colors. New beginnings. Gorgeous. And it is this way. Courage, strength, and faith. Beautiful. Sorry, got crazy. Embrace the understanding that you are the creator of your reality and completely responsible for the events and circumstances in your life. As a conscious creator, you have released restricting life patterns from the past and are experiencing your new creation take form. Wow. Your path ahead is shimmering with possibility and potential, right? All these acorns of potential. Beautiful. How big can you dream? What do you dare to wish for? Beautiful. You are deeply honored for your courage and strength. We love confirmations here. Applying this level of understanding and commitment to realizing your potential is the beginning of an amazing journey of transformation. No doubt, right? Remember that your creations require nourishing, protection, and positive attention to grow. Beautiful. You are guided to continue focusing on loving thoughts of inspiration as your new reality takes shape. By engaging this aspect of your being, you are connecting to your true nature, who you were meant to be all along. Trust in your power and release any fears or doubts lingering from old situations or past beliefs. Beautiful. You are growing well beyond those confines as you embrace your full potential. You are loved, and your soul's intent can be heard throughout the universe. Maintain your clarity of thought, and your outcome is assured. Wow. Wow. Can you feel it coming in the air? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right? Wow. 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 Okay. Should we blow it open one more level with an archetype? Yeah, why not? Let's see what the archetypes have for us. What you got for us, archetype? Archetypes. Oh, perfect. It's like we planned it, but we didn't because you can't, right? You saw the stack. It's a huge stack. You can't plan this. Anima Mundi, which is the last one. The soul of the world, all that is. Okay? Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated and multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe, your illuminated space, right? Beautiful. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. Wow. When in light, tending to the sacred details of life. So that makes me think of, like, how do we, as multidimensional spiritual beings, maintain this three-dimensional life that we live? And the only way that I've been able to figure is through reverence and ritual. So, you're not just cleaning the kitchen or washing the toilet. You are purifying and cleansing spaces. You are honoring self. You are gifting future you, right? That version of you that comes into the bathroom after it's been cleaned and is like, my space is so beautiful and cozy, right? It's the version of you that goes a little further than just cleaning it. You also cozy it. You make it an environment that you want to exist within, right? Okay. When in dark, overwhelmed by the bigness of experience, it also helps us anchor in and ground, because this spiritual work, this expandedness, this multidimensionality, it's easy to fly off, float away, get caught up, get overwhelmed and crushed by the expansiveness. And so it brings us back into our dimension, which can hold multi dimensions, right? It's this balancing, it's the tether point. Which is our experience. Something like that. Okay. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the world card in the tarot deck. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. Beautiful. The embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, to anyone, day or night, rich or poor. It is a process of unveiling our resistance to its love. Well then. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, love messages. Take bold action. Yes, when your passion sparks, it's an indicator to move. And when you move, you take bold action, right? The lion conserves its energy so that when it is inspired, it can go after it full force. Okay, we got shift your perspective. Yes. Shifting your perspective. It's all about your perspective. Shifting perspective from why is this happening to me? Why do these things always happen to me? Why is the world attacking me? Right? To what am I to learn from this? What am I to take from this? How is this adding to the expansion of who I am becoming, right? Quiet the mind. Yes, this is about those internal spaces in your mind, clarity of mind, quieting of the chatter and the noise to receive, to have a focused communication with whomever you bring in, communicate with. Okay, and speak your truth. Yeah, this is an important thing of this whole process. This is part of the new you. You are no longer holding your truth within. You are speaking it, putting it out on the table, and observing how others respond to that. And that is what determines who has access, who is allowed at the table, right? Okay, be the smile on someone's face. You do this by being authentically you. By being authentically you, you stand out as someone who is not trying to be like everyone else. And this creates a different shine. And so people notice. And it does affect them, especially if you're smiling, if you're joyful, if you're playful, if you're carefree and having fun, right? Like if someone's driving down the road and they see someone frolicking through a field, with a butterfly net and tassels or something, and they're just like laughing with their eyes closed in the sun, you're going to make people smile, right? And that's a beautiful thing. That's a gift that keeps on giving. And then gratitude. Gratitude is everything. Start being grateful. This is the vision. This is the clear intention that this is the wish coming true. Feel grateful for it now. Hold the joy. What was it? Somebody said, if you hold the vision, success will be assured. Somebody said it in here. Somebody was saying that. Okay. And some charms. Those ones. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Well, we've got the fairies. Yes. Beautiful confirmation. We've got the oak tree. Okay, this is beautiful. This is all things in divine timing. Your growth is about to produce much abundance. Okay, you are the oak tree, and look at all the potential you now hold within you. Okay, we've got celebrate. Yeah, get into the groove, boy. You got to lose something of money. I don't know what is this. Oh, look, there's a little lock over here, and you've already got the key. Okay, that's beautiful. Joy and gratitude. You've got the key to it. You just have to know when to use it. And it's always use it. Okay. We've got the sun and the stars, but like in the water. So water vibes. Where was water? Somebody was water. Oh, Tiberia of the waters. Yes, this fluid flowing balance. Beautiful. We've got the sparrow. Okay. This is a sign that land is near, that home is near, and they mate for life. So it could mean that your mate is near. Okay. We also have the cheetah. Beautiful. This is things moving quickly. I want to say the bold action that you take. This is your passion. Your passion is the cheetah. And in the animal oracle, the note is make sure you are well aware of where you are heading before you start running there, right? Because momentum. Because momentum. And it's fast. It's fast. Okay. And then we've got purity. I want to say this is your purity of heart and mind and connection. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful messages. Okay, I think that is all of the charms. Thank you so much. I appreciate and love you for being here, for your likes and your comments and your subscribes. You're gorgeous. And yes, thank you all. I hope there is some good stuff in there for you today. And I hope to see you in another reading. Bye for now.